Hello, Stuart 89. Well, this is really shocking. I can't really believe this. America has such a problem with guns and shootings. Like tens and tens of thousands of people are killed every year by gun violence. There's a mass shooting almost every day. Um, and there seemed to be some sense that the tide was shifting and they were going to start looking at gun reform. And then the Supreme Court decided that they are going to strike down a law that basically made you have to justify the reason to have a gun. It was possible to get a license to conceal and carry, but you had to actually have a reason. You had to prove you needed it. Now they basically said, no, you don't need any reason. Anyone, and this doesn't just apply, it's sort of talking about New York law, but this applies as federal law, so it's going to apply to the whole country eventually, apparently, that anyone can carry a gun. All you need to do is claim that you need it for self-defense, and I guess if everyone else has a gun, then everyone else needs a gun for self-defense. So they've managed to basically allow legally for the entire country to arm itself. And this is a sort of exaggeration that we've always sort of joked about, like, oh, everyone in America has a gun, everyone in America will have a gun, everyone in America thinks they have a gun, they tell everyone they need a gun to protect themselves from everyone else has a gun, and that's what happens when everyone has a gun. Everyone else needs a gun or feels like they need to have a gun because someone else has one, then they feel vulnerable and they get scared, so they have to get their gun. And in here in Australia, we got rid of all the guns. No one has a gun, so no one needs a gun. So we don't have guns, and we don't have people dying every day. We don't have people being shot every day like America. It works. It's so simple. If no one has a gun, no one needs a gun. But America's gone the other way. Everyone has a gun, so everyone else needs a gun to defend themselves. And now they're putting it into law so you can do it. So it's insane, and I'm just so scared for people in America because it's like it's getting to the point there's nothing to stop. Anyone can just buy a gun with no checks or anything. They can carry it without having any need to prove that they have any need to, and they just walk around shooting anyone. People are just walking around shooting people in the streets, and America's acting like it's not happening. And it's just, I mean, I always wanted to visit America. I always dreamed of visiting America. This, obviously, the big landmarks, you know, the Lady Liberty and you know the Golden Gate Bridge, and just for me it's like, you know, Universal Studios and a lot of movie sets and places where movies are filmed. I wanted to go visit. I wanted to visit the town where Twin Peaks was filmed in. I wouldn't dare do any of this now. Every person in America is walking around with a gun, just terrified that everyone else is going to shoot them, everyone's on edge. It's just insane. This is the most insane thing. It's like you've got this giant problem and you just poured gasoline on it and then made a law to say that everyone's allowed to light their matches. It's just, I can't believe a country could be this stupid. It's just unfathomable from outside of that country. And I know I don't get a lot of views on my YouTube channel, but I know a high percentage is usually people in America, actually. So I know I'm sort of speaking to American people when I do get a video that gets any audience, usually. And I don't understand how you people do this. I don't understand how you walk around in this reality and it's become this norm that you live with the fear of death and the idea that you have to have a gun to protect yourself. I know the Second Amendment has been twisted into this idea that you all need to have a gun and have to have a gun and you're allowed to, and that you got some God-given right to have a gun, and that's actually not what the Second Amendment says. But it's just insane. You're all insane, and you're all going to die by your own hand, by your neighbour's hand. You're all going to shoot each other. You're going to kill each other. It's just insane. And now it's legal. I mean, it's more legal than it was. It was already pretty much illegal. You just had to argue a good case and have, you know, jump through certain hoops. They're just taking all the hoops away and making it just so anyone, it's just a free-for-all now. I don't know what else to say. I need some YouTube therapy. I need to vent about this and talk about this because this is insane. And I'm really worried for people in America. I don't know a lot of American people, but I'm like, they could be dead by this time next year. I mean, God, all they got to do is walk out on the street and any person can just shoot them down because, they were a threat to them. They felt threatened. Just like the police. Anyone, who doesn't look like them is a threat. Yet they can't walk into a room and endanger their lives. Oh, God, it's insane. I can't talk about this anymore, and I've been talking more than 5 minutes anyway. I've got to stop. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. God, I just can't. You people.